Greetings, dear ones. How are you doing? I am Sonia, the host of the Treasures You podcast. And today, this is Wednesday's Wisdom. Now, we are being led, all of us, as always, to know that we encompass the whole, that everything resides within us, seeing through our two physical eyes that leads the way to our soul. And our soul guides us to realize that the treasure is you. Welcome to the Treasure is You podcast. Wednesday's Wisdom. What can we find in that treasure box today on Wednesday, June the 18th, 2025? I'm saying all this purposely because these moments, this space, this time, these seconds and moments are very significant to us. So we are pulling out the treasure box today. Wisdom. The wisdom of us. Remember, we encompass the whole. The wisdom that is allowing us to accept, to allow, to acknowledge the unfamiliar. Remember that word, dear ones. Unfamiliar. When I say unfamiliar, what pops up into your mind? What do you think I am referring to when I say the unfamiliar? I'll let you just ponder on that for a moment. The unfamiliar. In the course of humanity's history, from all of my experiences, and I have had many, because I'm including other lifetimes, not just this current one, but many others, and through everybody else's experiences, because we are interconnected, right? Is it easy for humanity to allow the unfamiliar to come into their lives? Is it easy? I'll let you again ponder on that question. Now, I am seeing that when we do allow the unfamiliar to surface within our experiences, that is when a path that is unknown will reveal itself. And when it reveals itself, it helps the human mind, the experience. That is, if you're open, you have to be open to allow for that unfamiliar to come into your life. So when you do that, then more and more will come in. And essentially, this is what can happen if you're open. You begin to start seeing those unfamiliar parts of yourself. Yes, those unfamiliar parts that you have never seen before. Now, isn't that a concept? To see a part of you that you have never seen before. So today's Wednesday's wisdom is today we allow and we accept those unfamiliar parts, those unfamiliar experiences, because those unfamiliar experiences is where the treasure lies. The treasure lies in the unfamiliar experiences. And as a matter of fact, when I say that, dear ones, it's exciting to me because, for one, you have never done it. If you have never done it, this is a new experience. So this kind of goes hand in hand with newness. And I love newness. I love change. I love growth. I love expansion. I love those things. So the unfamiliar is linking hand in hand with newness. That means new creations, new ways of thinking, new ways of seeing our world, new ways of seeing yourself in the world, new ways of collaborating, new ways of perceiving, which is the same as seeing yourself. So that sounds like a path that humanity should be open to, right? Since we are in a lighter rebirthing cycle right now, we are in that right now. As we forge a new path for ourselves, we are embracing the unfamiliar today. We are setting our own trends because there are infinite possibilities awaiting us. Yeah, we never thought of that because what? We have been busy working, depleting our energy. Yet there are untouched and untapped experiences awaiting, untouched and untapped experiences waiting for us. No longer do we compare and look back to our past experiences for validation. Those days have already happened. We have infinite possibilities that are within that unfamiliar, waiting, just waiting for us to unleash us. The unfamiliar is waiting for us to align with our unfamiliar parts. Now, isn't that a concept? We need to explore those not so apparent, the things that we do not think is important or beautiful. We need to take a second look at all of those things, looking at not so obvious combinations, not so obvious. This is untapped experiences awaiting, but we have been conditioned. This is the kicker. We have been conditioned to go back and keep going back and back to those past experiences that we have already experienced. We have experienced them so much that we already know what's going to happen. We see it in movies. You can predict the movie. You can predict the whole movie because what? It has already been done. Wednesday's wisdom is to tap into the untouched and untapped, unfamiliar. That is where all of our uniqueness, all of our creative endeavors, they lie in that dark, unfamiliar space that most of us are afraid to walk in. We are afraid to venture in that direction because we have never done it before. Yes, the name of the game is the unfamiliar. We are eliminating all of the remnants, all of the byproducts of illusion of the past. Yes, we are eliminating that when we are open to the unfamiliar. The unfamiliar is the new path for humanity. Tapping into the soul's essence that has been waiting for us to unleash our gifts. Yes, the unfamiliar is the wisdom today. Seek and you shall find, even in the unfamiliar. That is where your greatness resides. We have to have the courage to venture into those dark spaces and places within ourselves. Because when we do that, we come out a brand new person. Yes, we come out shining bright like a diamond. We begin to lead the blind into the light. So, guess what? They can see, they can feel, because the light is so bright. It can help a blind person to see. Yes. And they see with their mind's eye. Didn't know that was coming, huh? We allow in this new cycle of new creations, rebirthing these new, fresh, creative, innovative aspects of ourselves today. The way is to move forward. Yes, we are moving forward on a path of the unfamiliar because the unfamiliar is teaching us today to slow down, to not ignore this not so obvious path. When most are running to the right, guess where I'm running? To the left. I'm going to take the least obvious, the least traveled path because my soul is telling me to. So listen to your soul, because your soul in today's podcast is telling all of us to not dismiss the unfamiliar. The unfamiliar will lead you to your infinite possibilities. So the unfamiliar can look many ways. It can look like, just say, for example, you were not, okay, I'm trying to think of something. Okay, here's an easy one, which is really a general one, but it's the one that's coming to my mind. And if another idea will come, I will say it. But being afraid of heights, okay, that's unfamiliar for most. Of course, they see it on TV, but did they actually attempt to go up high in an elevator, or maybe some stairs, or maybe a lighthouse? That's a good one. I think that's a great one for people who are afraid of heights, just to go on a lighthouse and walk up those steps, because when you get up there, it's just like the Empire State Building. When you get up there, you walk out and you look out into the world, You feel the expansion of the world. You feel the expansion of yourself. And it's a beautiful moment. So that unfamiliar experience becomes a new experience. And guess what? Then that new experience lights you up. It lights up more life in you because you just allowed and you were open to the unfamiliar. So this goes for many things that are unfamiliar to us. If we are open to allow ourselves to venture on a path where we can experience these unfamiliar things, right? People, just think about the people when you travel. I mean, traveling to me is the ultimate because when you travel, dear ones, and for those who do travel, you know what I'm talking about. You get to meet all different types of people, right? You get to experience this newness because it is new. It's a new place that you haven't been unless you've been there, several times. But I'm speaking of something that's new, from something that's the first time. So you are experiencing this new land, this new place with new people. And then you start to engage in conversation and you see you got a lot of things in common, right? You're from Canada and this other person is from Italy. And then you start speaking about the things that you both do from where you live. And yet a lot of things, the specifics are different, but the grand story is the same. Yes, because dear ones, we are all made from the same divine essence. And that essence resonates, that our true essence of love and compassion and adventure and exploration and courage and at times sadness, right? All of these things reside within us. But when we allow the unfamiliar to emerge, it helps to open those pathways to more greatness that is within you. So the wisdom today, Wednesday's wisdom, is to be open, dear ones. Be open to the unfamiliar, releasing all of those mundane, 9 to 5 routine, habitual habits that we do every day. Today, do something unfamiliar. Yes. Go to a different location that you have never been to. Drive down a different street. Who knows? You might drive down that street and meet the love of your life. Who knows? This is what I'm saying. So when we are open to allow the unfamiliar, I mean, think about it. This is a concept and it's simple. It sounds so simple that it can go over a lot of people's head because for them it may sound like jibber jabber. It may sound like nothing. And the reason why it may sound like nothing is because a lot of us, and this includes myself, we have allowed ourselves to continue that habitual experience, that it becomes us. And when that happens, we are not allowing for the unfamiliar. We are not allowing the new experiences to come in. It is in those new experiences that we begin to lighten up. Our hearts become lighthearted. We begin to actually see ourselves because we are now venturing on a different path. And as I said, when you do that, that wakes up parts of yourself that were dormant. Yes, it wakes up parts of yourself that was dormant. So then when we continue to live life like that, you essentially begin to wake up all parts of you You become a brand new transformed person because what? You were open to the unfamiliar, which opened you up what? Naturally. You opened up naturally because you allowed, you accepted the unfamiliar. The unfamiliar. Now, isn't that brilliant? It really is brilliant. So today, dear ones, allow for the unfamiliar to surface in your life because you are the golden compass. You are the treasure. You are the key. You are the compass and the map. And you are the presence that can be felt and seen throughout infinity because the treasure is you. So take care, beautiful ones. Take care.